understand the modern education and how learners can develop all of their skills regardless the age, it is essential to rebuild and reshape education, where all the community is part of the change. Interactions among members help to define a good school climate that inspires learning. It is crucial to provide purposeful activities that build learners' engagement. Of course, it's necessary to take into consideration the tensions that education faces, as well as environments should take an important role in it, because it can bring out the best and encourage learning to be reshaped. Educators have to assume big challenges to get different results. To build effective learning environments and ecosystems, it is necessary to take into account some details. The first one is that learning can happen anywhere, at any time, with anyone. So that process is not just attached to have a teacher in a classroom. Children and people can learn from any person from their family or their community, or even from technology, from technological devices, web pages, where knowledge is provided and is there. We are facilitators. That's the best thing that we have to take into mind. As Ms. Araque said, there are 8 cultural forces that we should take into mind. Expectations that we can establish in the process, language that you will use, the time required, modeling all of the activities, the opportunities given, routines, to set routines, interactions among peers, and the environments that provide those spaces where learners can feel comfortable with it, where they are the center of learning.
Nowadays, most of the schools offer a bilingual education in order to face the societal demands, as well as parents prefer that their children have the opportunity to learn a second language because all of the benefits that it brings. However, it also brings some tension with it, such as international exam and approaches and the pressure children feel when taking them to be scored and classified. Those that are regulated by the Common European Framework or reference, and they design that exam without knowing the context where they are applied. It seemed in the school where we were, the learning can happen indoors or outdoors. There are different spaces to experience and engage students in learning and focusing on their interests. Likewise, the school promotes several bilingual environments where both languages are allowed to use, and trans languages is usually used, but in exams in which the tension occurs. For instance, when the learners can interact with the nature and involve their senses, the learning is meaningful. They learn from their partners and build up knowledge.
Currently, it is thought that the new generation will be totally digital native as well as bilingual. At least they will have the ability to communicate and access information in 2 languages. All the information that is published on the web is presented in a different language than their mother tongue. This means that education and the learning process must be at the forefront of technological development and globalization. Therefore, the education of the future must face a new role. Educators, perhaps, will no longer be essential. Knowledge, technology, nature, social needs, climate needs, policies, and regulations are what must be taken into account to create, reimagine, and evolve all aspects for our ecosystem and, of course, our bilingual learning environments.
Finally, we would like to thank all the MABA staff involved in this program, our teachers and colleagues. We wish you all the best. See you next semester. Blessings. Bye.